Childe or Tartaglia, the 11th Fatui Harbinger, the Ed Sheeran, the rich boy who can go Majin Super Saiyan form, is a Hydro applier. I mean an on-field DPS that can apply Hydro to enemies and let other supports shine. Anyways, in this video, I'll be covering Childe's skills, talents, passive talents, recommended artifact builds, recommended weapons, recommended team comps, how to play him, summary for pro and cons, while also giving a showcase when explaining his builds. Hopefully you find this video helpful. Do leave a like if it does, and comment down below if you have any opinions that you would like to speak out on. Anyways, my name is PP and welcome to a Genshin Impact guide video. So, as mentioned, Childe or Tartaglia is an on-field DPS where he deals damage by being in his melee stance after using his elemental skill. He can also deal damage by charge attacking using his bow stance, but that is just not that great of a hit. After casting his elemental skill, Raging Tide, he will be in a melee stance and all his attacks will deal hydro damage. Childe also can apply Riptide status after using his ranged burst or with his melee stance after ascending him. Note, his melee, normal or charge attacks must crit in order to apply the Riptide status. If he attacks an enemy that has a Riptide status during his elemental skill, it will then trigger Riptide Slash. However, his elemental skill has a maximum duration of 30 seconds, and after it ends, he'll be back in his range stance and his elemental skill will be on cooldown. The longer the use of the skill, the longer the cooldown to get his skill back. For elemental burst, Childe can deal a massive AoE nuke both in range and in melee stance. Melee stance being a big nuke to enemies, and range being a huge AoE Riptide status applier while dealing damage. Passive talents: increases all your party members' normal attack level by 1. Extends Riptide duration by 8 seconds. When Childe is in melee stance, Riptide status will be applied if normal or charge attack crits. Constellations: C1. Decreases elemental skill cooldown by 20%. C2. When enemies that has the Riptide status is defeated, Childe gains 4 elemental energy. C3. Increases your elemental skill talent by 3 levels. C4. You will deal both Riptide Slash with another Riptide, which is Riptide Flash. If you don't deal Riptide Slash, you will deal Riptide Flash. C5. Increases your elemental burst talent by 3 levels. C6. When Childe's elemental burst is used in a melee stance, his elemental skill cooldown resets, meaning you can cast his burst, switch to another character, then switch to Childe, then use his melee stance again. Recommended artifact builds: 4-piece Heart of Depth as his best in slot, 4-piece Shimenawa as his second best in slot but suffers from ult uptime, or 2-piece Shimenawa or Glad with 2-piece Heart of Depth for easier farming priorities, then upgrade them to a 4-piece from there. For Sands, attack for more bonus attack, or EM for Vaporize comps. For Goblet, hydro damage bonus or attack if you're running lower than 1.8k attack. For Circlet, crit rate or crit damage depending on what you need. Recommended weapons: the Polar Star as it's coming out on 2.2. Yes, another bow. Thundering Pulse being his best in slot. Skyward Harp also best in slot and can be obtained if you're lucky on the standard banner. Rust also being the best in slot 4-star on him and easy to get a full refinement on it. Pedestrian Hunt for the Battle Pass weapon. Blackcliff Warbow for easier crit builds, or the craftable Hamayumi if you don't have any of the weapons mentioned. As you can see, there's a lot of bows that is suitable for Childe. And yes, miHoYo loves Childe. Recommended team comps: running a team that consists of Benny and Xiangling will always be the best for Childe as it's a pure Vaporize comp. Running a Tartag Taser comp is also viable, which consists of Beidou or Baal or Fischl. A freeze team is also nice but not that recommended. Some examples for team comps are Xiangling Benny Tartag with any Anemo character, Beidou or Baal with Xingqiu and Childe, Ayaka Ganyu or Rosaria with Childe freeze comp. How to play Childe: mostly use his melee skill, therefore level his elemental skill as prioritization and not normal attack. Try farming for a full 4-piece Heart of Death set as you can time his elemental skill cooldown this way. You will be using his elemental skill for 15 seconds as the Heart of Death set can help you time it. If you see these arrows, means he is buffed by the set, and when the arrows are gone, you can put him back into range stance or switch out to another character. For his ult, the melee stance if you want to nuke a single target or a few enemies, and for the ranged, you won't deal much as the melee stance, but it's a great Riptide status applier, and you will deal a lot of Riptide slashes when you start attacking them in melee stance. So summary. Pros: fun to play in melee stance, free to play friendly, Ed Sheeran, nice aesthetics, a very fast Hydro applier, great burst nuke and Riptide applier. Cons: hard to build good crit ratios because no crit ascension, has a long cooldown and needs C1 to make it have better elemental skill uptime and C6 to make him great to play. Easily replaceable in a team with Xingqiu. That's all for now. Do leave a like in this comment if it's helpful, leave a comment if you have any opinions or suggestions on video ideas, and drop a sub if you would like to watch more vids like this, and you can unsub anytime. And remember, stay F2P.